Welcome back to the show, everybody. Today we're going to do something a little different. I get a lot of messages from people asking me what other coins outside of XRP are you into? And I'll tell you, if you're not on it, sign up for the newsletter in the description box and the comment section. But let's go ahead and break that down and get into that right now. Roll that beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradley at the top of the screen, and everything that we're talking about here today. At a 1.7 trillion plus cryptocurrency market cap collectively, that number is mind-blowing to me. We are racing towards $2 trillion in this crypto space collectively, and I tell you, I couldn't be more excited because it really is just the beginning. One of the things that I have people ask me about constantly in DMs or messages and tags and things of that nature is comments under the YouTube videos. What other coins are you interested in? For one, I always do a top 5 pick for cryptos and stocks, and none of it is financial advice, by the way. I just share what I'm interested in at that moment. Well, today I thought it would be nice with the market raging where it is. Let's take a look and see how I've sized up with my top 5 picks, whether they're winner or losers. And there's also a sleeper pick. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that now. So, all right, 1.73 trillion for crypto market cap. Wow, what a number. Over 1 trillion for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one of my top 5 picks there that I have put on my newsletter. And if you're on my newsletter, you've seen it. But Bitcoin has done extremely well. Now, it doesn't stop me from reminding people that there are some things in the future that we need to see play out, just like we need to see play out for XRP. So full disclosure, I'm not picking on anybody else's coin. I'm talking about real things that are ahead of Bitcoin and real things that are ahead of XRP and any other token that's out here. So looking at Bitcoin and knowing that it's over $1 trillion market cap now, and it's reached 57 or 58,000 for a high, sitting at 55,000 currently. We see that it's up 5.7 plus on the 24 hour, and it's up 21.19% on the 7-day. So that pick has turned out to be pretty good at this point, right? Now, Ethereum was one that I had on the list and took it off just because I know Ethereum is getting ready to change from proof of work to proof of stake. Look, again, full disclosure, what sits in front of this asset as its own personal hurdle? Its own personal hurdle for Bitcoin being the Tether lawsuit, proof of work itself not being very energy efficient. So we'll have to see how these things play out. With Ethereum, it's the proof of work switching to proof of stake for me. So I look at those things and say, okay, it doesn't mean there's not value there, but I wonder how that adjustment is going to affect Ethereum, the token. Again, the network itself has questions for me long term because I know people are always talking about the high gas fees, the transaction fees to use the Ethereum network. You know, once you start staking coins on a network, I have to say to myself, long term, the more coins of Ethereum you stake and put up to lock up, create scarcity. If the fees for Ethereum are already high, I can only imagine that those fees would become even higher as the network grows and the demand to use the network itself creates more staking, and one thing begats the other. And I believe you create a scenario long term that drives the fees to use the network so high that people will probably begin to work around the network using something like, I don't know, Flare networks. So long term, or ADA Cardano, right? So long term, I have to start asking myself, is this the right thing for me? I chose to move my position with Ethereum and I've lost out. So in this particular instance, I replaced Ethereum, I believe, with ADA, and I lost out on Ethereum crossing $2,000 for the first time in its lifespan. And that's pretty remarkable. It's up 3.17 on the 24-hour and 11.29% on the 7-day. So on that one, I lost on the shift. But did I? Because then I come here to the other one, which is Cardano. And let me see if I have it pulled up right here, I believe. Yep. Here's Cardano. So it's up 16.64% and 24.26% on the 7-day. Now, when I look at this and see Cardano's over $1 for, I think, the first time in its lifespan, or at least it's in a long time if it has crossed $1. But at any rate, I can remember getting into Cardano, I don't know, 3 cents, 6 cents, somewhere around there. So I feel like whatever potential I may have missed on Ethereum, I feel like I've picked back up with Cardano, right? So, it just makes it feel better for me that, okay, I still won, even though I took out of move from one position to another asset. Okay, then the other one is Stellar XLM. Stellar XLM was another one of those that I bought between 3 and 7 cents when I was doing my accumulating for that. And I've been very happy with the position that we've had there. Now, today we see that Stellar is at 50 cents. And on the 24-hour, it's down 0.73. And on the 7-day, 6.16. You might look at that and say, wow, how's your fancy little coin doing? But the truth is I picked it up between 3 and 7 cents. My fancy little coin's doing great, right? My fancy little coin is doing just great. And then that brings me to this one, XRP. Again, the long journey that I've been on with cryptocurrency, this really lays it out for me, because you guys obviously know, I think, how I feel about XRP. And it's 54 cents, 0.5442 right now. And we see 2.18% pullback on the 24-hour and 8.48% on the 7-day off. We are down almost 8.5% on the 7-day. Then I look at this and then I say, wow, how's your fancy little coin doing? But then my fancy little coin's doing great, because I've been in this space 4 years now. And at the time that I've been in this space, I've been buying up the ladder and up the run of 2017 to 2018. Yes, that's right. I am one of those people that absolutely FOMO'd, and I ended up buying all the way up the run. But I also bought back down the other side. Again, none of this is financial advice. It's just me sharing my perspectives, my positions, and where I'm at in this journey. And truthfully, when I look at this, I know I'm dollar cost average. It's somewhere around 18 to 20, maybe 21 cent, somewhere in that window. So I am sitting in a positive spot because of the dollar cost average that I continue to do with disciplined buying all the way through the bear market. Fortunes aren't made through a bull run. Fortunes are made from buying during a bear market. That's really the truth. Now, you may find a green candle and you may chase it like Dogecoin and others, but to me, that's just that. You're chasing the green candles, and that will get you burned at some point. Again, not financial advice, just been my experience. Look, I've done that too. I've done it too in the early days. I've done it in other areas of investing. I've invested in the cannabis sector before, for a long period of time, and I certainly cut my teeth in that sector, and I got burned plenty in there. But the reality is I feel like I'm sitting in a very good spot here with these assets. And because I was disciplined about my approach as I moved through the bear market, I feel like I'm in a position for me and Mrs. Backup to truly win at some point when we get the clarity that this digital asset class needs broadly, right? Now, let's look at this too, because there's another one here that I had, and it was VeChain. VeChain is up 4.79 on the 24-hour and 8.10 on the 7-day. Well, my memory serves me right. I think I bought VeChain when it was 0.006 of a penny. Come on in. Yeah, VeChain is a nickel right now. I mean, I'm fascinated. Now, you say to yourself, well, let's not get too excited. It's a nickel, But you know what? I really love VeChain and the fact that it is, a non-fungible token, if my memory serves me correctly, right? And the partnerships that they have. And again, this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my perspectives of why I chose to really dive into VetCoin, just like the other projects. So Cardano, I believe Cardano is sitting in a position to really do great things long term because Charles Hoskinson has been working so hard to create a system to really work for the future. And I believe that he has something there. Well, that's my personal belief. That and 50 cents won't get you a cup of coffee, right? But at the end of the day, I also believe with Cardano, we see it breaking $1, not just because of Cardano's strides and gains in the community, but because of the lawsuit that we see on Ripple. I believe a lot of money and scared weak hands there, which is fine. People got to do what they got to do, have left that position and moved into other assets. And in some degree, not to take all their thunder, but in some degree, some of that money is being reappropriated into other assets that feel, let's say, more secure to whoever that individual is, right? Now, I've invested in Cardano a long time ago, so I got in at a very low price, so I'm just letting it ride. Now, I wish I had as much Cardano as I had a long time ago, but I don't now. So that also weighs into the equation as well. But I think it's interesting to just kind of look at what I've picked for a basket of assets to invest in and hold a position in. And it's exciting to me. It's exciting to me because I understand that we are on the precipice of getting the clarity we need. We don't yet have it. I can only imagine what happens to these assets and the rest of cryptos out here that actually have a use case and the partnerships and networks to support it to the price of those assets once we do get the clarity we need. And one more sleeper that I have that I wanted to share with you too. Where is it here? It's this puppy right here, PundyX. Shout out to Rob Cash. I got into PundyX because of Rob Cash. So on this one, if it doesn't work out, it's on you, Rob. I'm just kidding, buddy. I hope you and your family are doing well. No, seriously. I got into PundyX and then I saw also Rob Cash. If you don't know him, go check out his YouTube channel and hit the like and subscribe and watch everything. I got into it and then saw that Rob Cash was into it too. And then, of course, we had talked a little bit back and forth about it. But, I really do. This is my sleeper. This is my look. It's like a raffle. I'm buying a chance on it. If it does well, I do well, right? And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I try to look at this like a baby venture capitalist would. You put X amount in 10 or 20 different projects. And, if you have one or two make it out of the pile in a really great way, you should be ahead and, minus everything that you had in the others, right? So who knows what they'll be? Who knows if it's any of them in the long term? But I do know this, they're winning today. And that makes me feel pretty damn good while we're waiting on clarity. Look, that's going to do it for me. I hope in some way this is opened the conversation a little bit. We don't get to talk about a lot of other coins too much, but I do want to share, kind of where I'm at, my position, my portfolio. I know there's like 400 or 500 people joining the channel every day. So I just thought this would be good to give an overview. But remember, this is not financial advice. Do your own research on these things. Don't blindly jump into this stuff. If you walk into a dark room, you're not going to just take off running. You want to walk slow, feel around, make sure you look for a light switch, that kind of a thing, hands out in front. Do your due diligence. Make sure you vet everyone, including me. That's going to do it for me. Hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment below, share with somebody you know. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Check out all the links in the description box and the comment section for any products or services that you may want or need. They are trusted, vetted links. I'll catch all of you on the next one.